This is Leila Dey.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
I love that you're here. We just immediately jumped into it. No warning.
It's all good.
Right? So tell me a little bit about this EP and what it means to you.
Wow. Well, this EP was, it's been in the works for about 3 years. Mm-hmm. Really, it's just like I feel like it's like journal entries. So I'm really big on writing things down on pen and paper, my thoughts, my emotions, everything, my journal. And then I was going through some stuff in a relationship emotionally. And I always say this, but I did not know I was crafting the project until I was crafting the project. I was just writing single songs and stuff. But the songs really on the EP, they speak to me, and they actually reminded me and healed me. So, Detour, the project, to me is just one of those life reminders that, life has hills and dips, and we're going to go through shit, but we make it work and we make lemonade. And so it's a reminder for me, but it's a reminder for everyone else, because life is so interesting.
Because that last track was Notice, and that was your single off the EP. And I really, really like that song. It has such a old 90s R&B feel to it.
That's me.
I love it. I fucking love it. You have a beautiful voice too. I feel like you hear that a lot.
I do. Thank you. I'm
good.
grateful.
You should be getting all of the flowers, honestly. And yesterday you were on IG Live, and I was creeping, and it looked like you're having so much fun.
Man, I was having too much fun.
Yeah.
I was having too much fun, honestly. It was such a good vibe. I think most people who know me in my personal life know that I'm a pretty structured individual, but last night, I didn't have a structure. I was just okay, we're just going to do this. We're just going to celebrate. And I had such a good time. It was a little bit chaotic, but we had a good time.
Well, I love that. It's you really do have to celebrate because, you said it's been 3 years in the making, and it's you might as well detour off your schedule, right?
Period.
A little bit.
Period.
I love that. Saying. So the song that you played last night on Instagram Live was Shawty from the City. Is that what the letters stand for?
Yeah.
Okay, and I really like that song, and I remembered it. And then, this morning when I was listening to your EP front and back, because I feel like that's the best way to listen to, EPs, I was like, okay, this song bangs. And that's going to be the next song that we're going to play coming up. So tell me, what this song really means to you.
Yeah, it's so interesting. So Shawty from the City is kind of my, me paying homage to Toronto, the Toronto females, me growing up in Toronto and being from Toronto. I just feel all the women that I've been around, we don't play those games, what I'm saying? So, we don't play around. And I think it's important for people to know, don't take us for granted, because I feel like Toronto girls are really different from the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
We're pretty straight up. We tell it how it is, and I think we can handle truth for the most part. And so it was really just me paying homage to the city. I actually recorded that record in Philly.
Oh, wow.
And I went out for a show, and I don't even know why it kind of made me feel
away.
Felt inspired. I do know why, because I was in a long distance relationship, and I was listen, I know you're not from here, but maybe you don't know about Toronto girls, but let me just let you know that we don't play that here.
Yeah.
So that's how the song was crafted in Philly. It was a good vibe in the studio, and I was just thinking about home. I was what do I want people from Philly? Because they were kind of saying I heard Toronto girls are the prettiest girls, and I was yep, but outside of that,
more than just pretty.
Thank you.
Perfect. Well, let's get into it. So this is Shawty from the City by Leila Dey right here on Northbound. And shout out to Toronto on that last track, shout out to Drake, but also shout out Charlotte Day Wilson, because that was a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Live. Honestly, my favorite song on the project.
Nice. Mine too, I must say. So I need to see a collab, so we're going to put it out there.
Listen.
Charlotte,
if you're listening, it's when the days meet up. We got it. We're cousins, distant cousins. Mm-hmm. About to make it happen.
It would be beautiful. It honestly would be. But I want to talk a little bit about your intro on your EP, because, okay, I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. So everybody has to go and actually listen to this themselves.
Absolutely.
But it is not a song, but almost a monologue, I would say.
Yeah.
A poem, I would say.
Yeah.
And it is fucking amazing. What made you, decide to go that route? Because when my eyes are closed, I really see you, in your car, walking there, the person speaking to you and everything. So how did this come about?
Honestly, I am such a I'm such a visual like listener. Like I love when I can close my eyes and listen to something and like see it as well. That's probably like some of my favorite songs are like ones that I can close my eyes and visualize as well. So when I was creating the intro after all the songs were done, actually the intro was actually one of the last things that was crafted on this project. But once I was complete the project, I was like, I feel like it's still missing something that kind of brings it full circle, brings it back home. And so actually, so I'm not the writer of the poem.
Okay.
Shout outs to Desiree McKenzie. She's a poet in the city, doing really big things. But I commissioned her and I was like, hey, like this is what the project's about. This is kind of what I'm saying. This is what I want to say. And she just killed it. Like, honestly, she came back to me. She was like, I told her like, she told me, here's the poem. And I'm like, okay, let's take out this line. Let's,
put something else. Yeah.
Like, what do we want to talk about? What do we want to say? And it was just so powerful. Like when she sent me the last edit, I was just like, this is exactly what I wanted to say and what I wanted people to take away from the project. And, funny enough, most people were like, like when they heard the poem, they were like, I feel like this should be at the end. But I feel like it's such a good intro. Like it just brings everything full circle.
I loved it. There's a line in the poem where you're saying, or Desiree is saying now, yo, shout out to Toronto then for real on that. But she says, losing it all has brought me to the riches of places. Absolutely. And I really, really fuck with that line. Me too. Honestly.
Me too. That's what it's about.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, what that line means to you.
It's really deep because I feel like for myself, I've lost a lot, but at the same time, like, I don't know if I would ever change any of those losses, you know? And I think that's really powerful because I think it's brought me to exactly where I need to be. And that's really like the point of the project for me. It's like, we go through these things in life that we really have no idea. And in the moment, we're so immersed in like that emotion where we're like, damn, like this is so effed up. Like I don't want to be here.
Exactly. But it's like everything is meant to happen.
Exactly.
Right?
And it really brings you to a place like either you come out as a better person or you're like, okay, I went through this and now you're a more humble person or you're a more down to earth person, or sometimes you're there to like help someone else on their path and their journey. So, losing it all really has brought me to like the richest of places. I've really, and I'm not even talking like, I'm talking wealth that you cannot buy,
exactly,
So I think it's really dope. It just speaks to, I feel like, my life.
Everybody, you need to tap in and really listen to that intro. So the intro is called Detour. Yes. So it is the name of the whole project. And I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about some other good music in the city. This is the Song of the Week segment. And this week's Song of the Week is Void by John Vinyl. And this comes off his latest project, Lost in You. And he has a really nostalgic R&B and soul feel as well that reminds me of like the 90s. And I was like, this is a pair. I feel like this is a great pair for the episode. Yes. His first single actually got the recognition from OVO Sound and Shawn Mendes. So all Canadian fire over here. So we're going to listen to Song of the Week. This is Void by John Vinyl right here on Northbound.
Breath is hitting different now.
Low-key vibe. That was Oh Harley by 7LC. Shout out to Montreal. Hey. Make sure you check him out. He is such a nice guy. I got to meet him over the summer, actually. And, we're back with Leila Dey in this bitch. And I just really want to thank you for coming and sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know that we were supposed to meet a little earlier, at your EP release party, but now we're meeting now. Yeah. And it's been so fucking good. And I actually want to ask you about this last song that we're gonna play. All right. It is your song, Blessed. Ooh. And it's a freestyle?
Yes, it is.
So tell me about this, because I suck at freestyling. I feel like freestyling is hard, and I was really surprised, like, okay, what is this gonna be? And I was like, oh, okay, she can freestyle too. Like, what can't she do? So yeah, tell me about this freestyle. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so first of all, I think like I have a little bit of a background in rapping. Like before I was Leila Dey, I was going as an artist named PG, and I was a rapper.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I know, a little tidbit there. The real like Leila Dey fans know, because it was really back in the day. I was young, but I'm such a, like, again, like I said, like I'm such a coordinated type person, and like I write everything down and whatnot. And I found the project to just be like super structured, and I was like, I want to have fun. I want people to know that honestly, like in real life, I am a pretty fun person. Like I like to joke around. Yeah. And so I was in the studio session with my homie Hakeem Rose, and I had on a shirt that said "Blessed." And we had put on some beats, and literally it was just like, he kept saying I'm blessed, and I was like, okay. And I was like, okay. Then we just kept going back and forth saying, I'm blessed. He was like, I'm blessed. I was like, I'm blessed. I was like, all right, cool. And then I just went home and I put it to the beat, and then I just kept freestyling line by line by line. And I was like, this is kind of like a really cool way, because I'm so used to writing things down than like making alterations to it. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't like this, I don't like that. But I was like, this is just going to be something that is fun. And it almost scared me, because I sent it to like a couple of trusted ears. And then they were like, nah, this is fire. Like, are you dumb? Like, yeah. So I was like, okay, this is fun. I put it on. And so, I mean, I love it to this day. It's like, it's such a fun record. It's very different from, I think, what people expect of Leila Dey. So yeah,
I did listen to it and I was a little bit shocked. I was like, oh, I like this. But you know, the title is so fitting, because I feel like you are blessed and you deserve all the blessings. Honestly, you are such a sweet person. And it's so nice when you finally get to meet people you're fans of in person, and it's been such a nice time here. And I just want you to let everybody know where they can follow you, all your socials and all that.
Absolutely. I mean, everything is Leila Dey. Leila Dey is spelled Leiladey. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook, even though I'm not really on Facebook, but I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. On TikTok, it's Leila_Dey, but we're about to rectify that. But everything else is Leila Dey. You can also check me out at leiladay.com for everything. You can Google Leila Dey and you will see me.
Google me, she said. Google me. Google my ass, period.
Right?
I love that. Well, thank you so much for coming.
It's
been episode 41, and I've had such an amazing time with you. And we're going to let everybody hear Blessed by You. And after this, it's Capsule Collection, so don't go anywhere.
Hey.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Later.